Hey, what it do? This is your boy. That's right, KQKC, popping off on another live stream. Yes, you read that right. Eddie Hearn tries to short another fighter, like Chisora and more. And when I mean short on the ends, the cheese, as we call it here in the Chi. Short on that money. See, Eddie Hearn is one of those fighters. One of those promoters. He never would be a fighter because he would get his ass whooped every 5 minutes. What I'm talking about is this. Derek Chisora. First of all, let me start here. Derek Chisora, if he's the main event or not, that fight will sell. Why? Because you got Regis Prograis. You got Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's from the UK also. Who made you the one of the top heavyweights in line? You're not that good, Derek Chisora. Yes, I hear you when you talk about Eddie Hearn. Yes, he should pay you more money. But you forgot. You dealing with Eddie Hearn. And this is not your first time. So don't try to act like it's your first time and you're getting shorted. That's not only your people. That's Josh Taylor people also. He's from that country. You better wake up. You 40 plus years old. And David Hay, you picked the wrong manager. He wasn't no good. He was just hanging on by the thread. Now by the thread of his legs. So let's be honest here. My subscribers, my listeners, Derek Chisora would not make not one iota difference when this fight takes place. He just made a complete ass out of himself at the press conference. Good. Walk out. Don't come back. But let's flip on the other side. He is right. Eddie Hearn won't pay no one but the young fighters. The young fighters that's just starting out. He would pay them, yes, because they're not demanding much, because they haven't done shit. But the established fighters, like Regis Prograis, it took for him to go to court to sue for his money, for him to actually be at that press conference. Now, did they make promises they can't keep? Hell no. I guarantee you, Regis Prograis, lawyer, had them put it in writing. If he had to break the World Boxing Super Series, that's why I never cared about it. They never televised it. But now Eddie Hearn got his clause in it. Maybe they would televise it at the O2 Arena on the Zone. Regis Prograis did the right thing. I would too. And other fighters out there that's under the zone, you know, the misfits I talk about. If you feel mistreated, if you feel underpaid, take his ass to court. You know the going rate. You know what you had accomplished. You know what belt you hold. Why you think all the other champions and stars are staying away from the zone? Why you think you got the zone with Tevin Farmer? Huh? Uh-huh. That's right. You got misfits like Brandon Rios. See, those are the type of fighters that you want to pay. Well, it's probably $20 now a month. Who in their right mind would pay it? And I'm saying this, and I'm going to say it right now. Don't pay it. It's not worth it. It's not worth, the zone is not worth it. Yes, they might have a hit or miss. Maybe one fight out of 3 that's pretty good. But look at PBC. Hell, even look at Pamper Bob. They sometimes, and most of the times, put on a pretty good show. Now, see, I'm not against boxing. I'm against the promoters. I'm against the promotion companies like Top Rank, DAZN, Now, PBC, they have held up they offer. They have held up they pay. Not one fighter has a complaint. Not one, not two, not three has a complaint. Why you think all the fighters left Oscar De La Hoya? Because they wanted the bang for their buck. They want their buck for their bang. Do you understand me? These fighters are risking their lives in there. Like the great champion he is, Deontay Wilder, once said, the head, the cranium, is not meant to be hit. And when you have a long-lasting career, and trust me, it wasn't a good career for Derek Chisora. His last eye-catching bout was with Dylan White. What you see right in front of you, that goes to show you he is what we call take out the garbage. He's what we call an alley full of trash. He's what we call, hey, take out the garbage, it's full. And yes, Derek Chisora is garbage, and his ass need to be taken out of the World Boxing Super Series. Yes, Andre Ward got in it. He got in it for the prestige. He got in it for the notoriety. But it's a lot of things wrong with the World Boxing Super Series. If you look it up, if you research it, you love boxing like I do, you will check into it. You will see they don't pay their fighters. They don't pay their fighters, and they don't pay their fighters what they say they're going to pay them. So sometimes you're going to reap what you sow. So, to make a long story short, Eddie Hearn, you messed up. You figured that you worked with Derek Chisora and everything was peachy and creamy the first time because he was fighting Dylan White. He wanted that fight. He wanted so bad, he probably would have fought for free. But then, and now, like Reese's Progress said, and I'm glad for the young man, speak up. Speak up. Talk that shit. Because see, Derek Chisora, he don't scare nobody. I could curse just like he can. He's not a good fighter. And he sure don't have a good manager. So let's goddamn it, keep it real. Derek Chisora is over 40-some years old and still trying to look for the limelight. Forget it, Derek. You will never be a top echelon fighter like a Deontay Wilder. I hate to say it, but Tyson Fury. I hate to say it, but Anthony Joshua. Frank Warren said that he can make a fight between Big Baby Miller and Tyson Fury just like that. Yeah, but do he want to? See, Big Baby Miller is untouchable. And I'm not talking about in a good sense. I'm talking about in a bad sense. Who wants to deal with a drug addict who probably will relapse, who probably will try to be slick and try to have an easy comeback, try to dominate his opponent illegally? Who wants to deal with that? I know if I was a promoter, I wouldn't go 10 feet near him. Every time he walked towards me, I would walk away. Now, I might be a lot of things. I might be a lot of goddamn things that you might not want to see in the dark when I was younger. But as you grow older, you get wiser. And as you get wiser, you get smarter. And when you get smarter, you know who's with you and who's against you. They always say, keep your enemies close. Always remember that. Keep them close, but don't let them know that you on to them. Oh, Floyd had a lot of enemies right in his camp, and he didn't even know it. See, the reason why I harp on Floyd so much, the reason why I use him as an example so much, because he's the last era. See, he's gone. The Floyd Mayweather era is gone, but his effect lingers on, like the money part. How fighters today wants to get rich off of one fight. Haven't been through the turmoil. Hasn't been through the hard fights. Haven't faced adversity. Someone like Earl Spence, he been through adversity. He came back and did what he had to do. Never been knocked down. Never been hurt. Never been rocked. If he has, he's a great actor. He deserves Academy a motherfucking award. I'm sorry, but Derek Chisora, you are wrong. And one other thing, before I close this somewhat video. Don't you ever say who gives a shit about Muhammad Ali trophy. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter because you over the hill and you washed up. You trying to get more money just for being old so you can retire comfortably. Muhammad Ali, you would never measure up to Muhammad Ali. You are not the people person. The people in the UK don't even give a shit about you. You are one of those fighters that don't have any fundamentals. You're one of those fighters that want to use your head and strength to bully someone. Something like a small or a big Sean Porter. That's right, I said it, Sean Porter. Because we're going to see on September the 8th, we're going to see him revert back to what he does best. And that's not boxing. Because you cannot teach an old dog new tricks in one training camp. So the moral of this motherfucking video, people, is this. Derek Chisora, go jump in the lake. Lose me. Lose Eddie Hearn number. You've been there. You've done that with Eddie Hearn. And now, all of a sudden, because we got two young, hungry lions that's going to head the event, and you got a jealous chip on your shoulders? We don't need that in boxing. We need sportsmanship in boxing. We need friendship in boxing. Sure, you take care of business in the ring, but outside the ring, you might just can be a friend. Maybe, Derek Chisora, you just could go ahead and go away and try to help the young fighters in the UK. Because Lord knows they need it. Like Josh Warrington said, we tired of this old Sheffield Bolton fighting style. We want to go to the US where the money is at, where the styles of fighting is different. Do you feel me, people? Do you understand KQ, KC, boxing? Huh? I'm KQ, KC boxing. If you like the content of this video, feel free to subscribe right now. Right now. And I know there's a lot of people haven't been hitting that like button. If you like the video, don't be lazy. Hit it. Hit it as you come in. Because you know it's going to be good. You know I bring the fire. Now, as I get ready for my appointment today, I will be coming on at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Yes, I will be. I will be taking 78 Sports plays. And after Fanon, 78 Sports will be coming on at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's the LDBC. And with that, I'm on. I'm on to the next one. Peace and definitely love.